All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Victory Monday to you all. But on this Victory Monday, we also have some news. According to Adam Schefter, the San Francisco 49ers have signed wide receiver Kendrick Bourne to a 1 year deal worth up to $5 million. Obviously, this is likely going to have a pretty strong indication of maybe what the future holds for Jawan Jennings and the injury that he is dealing with. But um, good to see that the San Francisco 49ers are able to return and be able to get a familiar face back in the building. So really cool to see that the 49ers have brought back Kendrick Bourne. He was released this season by the Patriots, and that is why he is currently available. With his time with the Patriots, he was pretty successful, but he also dealt with some injuries as well. I think he tore his ACL at one point. I actually had the opportunity to interview him at the Super Bowl and asked him about his time with the 49ers and all that stuff. And he absolutely had nothing but good things to say about the San Francisco 49ers, about the fan base, everyone who is involved. So the 49ers get KB back. Pretty interesting. But again, I think big part due to Juwan Jennings' shoulder injury. It probably does appear that Juwan will miss some time. And yeah, it's an interesting dynamic the way it's all playing out. But the 49ers, Um, we know what KB brings to the table. We know all the energy that he brings. We know that Kendrick um, is a big locker room juice guy. Obviously, fits, understands the building, the culture, the offense. So I would assume it should be a pretty seamless transition. And one of the things that KB did really, 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 really well was convert on third down and score touchdowns. And I do believe that that's the role that Juwan Jennings was currently holding. And so now the 49ers swap him in with the original. So pretty wild how it's all played out. But the San Francisco 49ers got KB back. The vibes are back. Obviously they had met with him prior to the season. KB also went to go meet with the Washington Commanders. And, he decided instead of signing with the team to kind of wait. I would assume he wanted uh, a better pathway to playing time, more opportunities. And with Jennings likely going to miss some time, now Kendrick Bourne is back with the San Francisco 49ers, bringing back the energy, bringing back the vibes, throwing it back to 2019, all the good times that we had with KB. So I'm for it. I think it's a good move. I think it's considering the circumstances, considering that the 49ers have been banged up at wide receiver. KB's never been a burner. He's just a guy who knows how to get open. And, with a quarterback like Brock Purdy, is predicated on timing, predicated on throwing with anticipation. I do think Kendrick Bourne fits really well with him. And I do think there is a really strong opportunity for the San Francisco 49ers to get KB up to speed very quickly. Now, it is important to note, although KB has been with the San Francisco 49ers, he's never played with Brock Purdy. So they will have to put in some work. They'll have to build that rapport and really be able to get on the same page quickly. But it does help with Kendrick Bourne's knowledge of the playbook, what Kyle Shanahan requires of his wide receivers, all of those different types of things, all should be a benefit in regards to KB being able to get up to speed quickly, being able to be an impact probably right away. He's a veteran. And he's a guy that should fit in right away. Again, being a culture fit is big with the San Francisco 49ers. So you check that off the box, or you can check that box off, and you be able to incorporate uh, good old Kendrick Bourne, familiar face, old friend alert. So far, I see some of you guys talking in the chat. We got no updates on Kittle yet, and the MRI process with Juwan Jennings. Typically, Kyle Shanahan will have like a press call to kind of update some of the injuries that occurred in the game. So I'd have to assume that, by the afternoon, we'll have an update on Kittle and Juwan and kind of any maybe other injuries that popped up later. So we'll have to see about that. I know a lot of people are curious about what the future of Jake Moody holds. Honestly, I have no idea. Kyle Shanahan spoke about it after, and he alluded to the fact that, you know, uh, Jake Moody, no question, is the 49ers kicker right now moving forward. So we'll see if the 49ers make any changes there. I don't know if they will. Again, if it was up to the fan base, the 49ers would have made a change at kicker a while ago. So the 49ers seem pretty committed to Jake Moody. They seem pretty committed to sticking by him and standing by him and trying to continue to build his confidence, which, out on one hand is admirable. Like I appreciate that. I think that's a good quality, trying to stand behind your guys and hopefully be there for them when they make the turn and they can get back on track. It's just really hard though with the situation that's played out with Moody this far, um, and all of that kind of stuff. It's a tough situation for Jake because you know hitting it right off the goalpost on your first kick of the regular season. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. We talked about it in the lead up to this game. One of the things that I really wanted to see from Jake was him to be able to get on a streak, hit some consecutive kicks, and get in rhythm to, I think, not only build confidence in himself but in everyone else. So really unfortunate first game for him. I know he's coming off a shaky last preseason game, so we'll see how that goes. I would have to imagine that maybe it'll be interesting to see what the 49ers do um, at tight end. I'm seeing reports coming out that Kendrick Bourne had a foot sprain this summer, but he's recovered from that and he should be good to go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But it does sound like KB is ready. Sounds like KB can contribute as early as this upcoming game against the Saints, which he'll probably need to because I do believe that Juwan Jennings will be out with a shoulder injury. I saw Juwan Jennings, a video of him coming off the field. It looked like he had, either a bunch of ice or a heavy wrap on his shoulder. He had a parka covering it so no one could see. So I would have to assume that the injury to Juwan Jennings is clearly serious enough that the 49ers need to bring in another wide receiver who plays his same role. And again, it speaks to the unfortunate decision of not signing the contract. I guess he was offered a 3-year contract in the range of $16 million per year on average, and he decided against it. He wanted to hit free agency, and now um, you know, if he misses any significant time, then that's going to be a definite detriment to him in free agency this upcoming at the end of this year. So we'll see how that ultimately all plays out. But 49ers Kendrick Bourne has returned. We'll see how it goes. But we'll be back for more content later today. Appreciate everyone for tapping in. I'm going to get out of here for now. I'll be back later. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see you.